I have it. I'm going by the law, Your Honor. I'm not just making
No,
up
you're not
anything.
going by the law. You're making up the law as you go along. You're not going to make a mockery of the judicial system, which is what you're attempting to do. You're also not going to waste this court's time and resources on cases, on arguments that are invalid. I'm not wasting any more time on it. We are done.
All right, buckle up because today we've got a sovereign citizen in court who's absolutely convinced that credit card debt doesn't apply to him. Spoiler alert, the judge is not having it. We're diving into 2 separate hearings with this guy, and let me tell you it's a train wreck in slow motion. He tries every trick in the book, but the judge shuts him down hard and delivers a much-needed reality check. It's clear he has zero legal footing, but that doesn't stop him from doubling down on the nonsense. As you watch, let me know in the comments do you think he actually believes this, or is he just making a fool of himself? And if you're into courtroom meltdowns like this, hit that like button and subscribe for more. All right, let's get into it.
All right, Mr. Chavez, can you turn on your camera and tell me your name?
Chavez Arnold.
There you go. All right, so Mr. Chavez, do you have all of that now?
No, like he said, I didn't. After 10 days, he just sent. I mean, I could check my email, but I haven't received anything from him.
Did you receive all the documents you requested?
No.
Mr. Royce, when were they sent?
They were sent all documents except for he had requested internal accounting records of Chase Bank, just generally, not specific. But the Chase Bank record relative to his account statements were provided.
Okay. So, Mr. Chavez, what is the defense on this case? What is your defense?
Well, I needed to see one of the documents. Well, my defense is that, I've been researching the law and, the powers of the banks. And it's more of a accuracy of the actual accounting that I'm trying to make sure and, make sure that everything is accurate. So it's not my intent to not pay anything, but I need to know, based off the accounting that I am paying what I'm supposed to be paying. And based off of what they're saying,
your last payment, back on 5/15/23, you owe $3,398.36. And they're coming for $3,398.36. That was the balance on the card at that time.
That's why I asked questions, Your Honor. You say you gave them 10 days to send it to me. They didn't send it to me. I just got an email this morning.
You're not disputing that you had the card, right?
But that's not the issue at hand, is what I'm saying.
No, it is the issue at hand. The issue at hand is, did you have a credit card? Did you use money on that card? And did you not pay the card off? That's the only question.
Right.
Those are the questions.
Okay, my defense is I am the lender, and they borrowed from me.
What did they borrow from you?
My personal security.
I swear listening to this guy is actively lowering my IQ. He's seriously out here arguing that the real issue isn't his unpaid credit card debt, like what? And just when you think it can't get any dumber, he starts claiming the bank is actually borrowing money from him and that they should be paying him back for personal security. Sir, what does that even mean? Am I the only one who thinks this dude is living in an alternate reality? It's like he Googled how to sound smart in court and landed on the absolute worst possible website. What do you guys think? Does he have even a tiny shred of a point here, or is this 100% delusion? Let's get into it.
Which I'm entitled to.
No, I'm not buying that. No. Listen to me. Listen.
It's not about. I have it. I'm going by the law, Your Honor. I'm not just making up anything.
No, you're not going by the law. You're making up the law as you go along. You took a credit card on. You agreed with that. And then you had a credit card. You used the credit card. You have a balance on the card. And you didn't pay on the card. They don't owe you anything.
So when I asked for the application, the evidence that opened up the account, because they go by GAAP accounting principles. If that if my application opened up the account, that means there will be a credit on my account because that's a cash equivalent. That's what the law says.
All right. Yeah, motion for summary disposition, hearing date will be January 9th to 25th. And the motions to be filed forthwith, and a copy obviously is to be provided to Mr. Chavez. And we'll see you back on January 9th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. for the hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we're all set.
That's a wrap on the first hearing, and wow, what an absolute train wreck. But don't go anywhere because this second hearing, oh, it's even better. This time, the judge completely loses it on our favorite sovereign citizen. And trust me, you're going to want to see this. His excuse for not paying this debt is so ridiculous, it's actually hilarious. Just when you think he can't possibly top himself, he somehow does. Let me know what you guys think so far. Are you buying any of this nonsense? And yes, you heard that right. This isn't just one debt. This is his second one. Let's get into it.
I've got Mr. Chavez back. Do I have Discover Bank still?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Chavez, can you turn on your camera and your microphone, please, sir? All right, we're back on 24010674, the Discover Bank versus Arnold Chavez. All right, and I know that we had a previous court date on this on October 10th, and the default was filed, and then an objection was filed timely on this case. So we're here to set aside the judgment. What's your motion, Mr. Chavez?
Well, that day, Xfinity, I have Xfinity internet, and they was working in my area. And I have proof of, I talked to them in the chat. They confirmed it. And I have they gave me a bill credit for the inconvenience, so that's why I wasn't able to attend, because I was having problems with my internet.
All right, and just so you know, Mr. Gopal, we did have notice that he had contacted the court and that he was unable to get on that day.
Oh, he contacted the court on October 10th?
I'm not sure if it was on October 10th, but it was shortly thereafter. If it wasn't October 10th, that he was having internet issues and could not get on. So, here's what we're doing. I'm assuming, Mr. Chavez, do you have a defense on this case?
I just want to go through the due process.
Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Arnold indicates that he does not dispute that the card was taken out. The only dispute he appears to have is that a few paragraphs here, he does not agree with the fact that by virtue of defendant's default and breach, the entire balance of the account is now due, and these statements were attached, that the contract and or monthly statements are written instruments, evidence indebtedness with a specified interest rate, and that he disputes whether or not it's an account stated. It clearly is. It's the original creditor. There's no sort of defense regarding assignment on this case. The balance at the time of the complaint was $4,378.29.
Well, I have affidavits that support what I'm saying, but I will want to enter into this as evidence.
The motion for summary disposition is granted sua sponte by this court. There is no valid defense to this claim, and
I couldn't even enter any evidence.
And a judgment in the amount of what is claimed in the complaint, $4,378.29, will be entered by this court, and documents can be submitted for that purpose. And officer, I have a few more documents for that, and we're all set. All right, we're all set. Thank you, Mr. Arnold. Mr. Arnold, I have ruled against you. I am allowed to do so on the court rules. You filed an answer. It's the appropriate response to this. You're not going to make a mockery of the judicial system, which is what you're attempting to do. You're also not going to waste this court's time and resources on cases, on arguments that are invalid. I'm not wasting any more time on it. We are done. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
How do you think the judge handled this? Not the worst sovereign citizen, but still full of nonsense. Just pay your debt. Dude, the judge shut him down hard, but I doubt we've seen the last of him. No way he's paying that off. Also, why did he look like he was in a dungeon? Let me know what you thought. This was a wild one. Take care.